On Monday, October the 1st, 2018, at the age of 94, died Mr. Charles Aznavour, a French singer of Armenian origin. He also worked as a lyricist, an actor, a public activist, and a diplomat. He was known for his distinctive tenor voice, clear and ringing in its upper reaches with gravelly and profound low notes. In a career that spanned over 70 years, he recorded over 1,200 songs interpreted in 8 languages. He wrote or co-wrote over 1,000 songs for himself and others. He was one of France's most popular and enduring singers. He sold 180 million records during his lifetime and was dubbed France's Frank Sinatra, while music critic Stephen Holden described Aznavour as a French pop deity. He was also arguably the most famous Armenian of his time. Armenia is a small country in the Caucasus region, which is one of the dividing lines, the conventional boundaries between Europe and Asia. So Armenia is classified either as an Eastern European or as a Western or Central Asian country, more of a Western Asian country. Aznavour sang for presidents, popes, and royalty, as well as at humanitarian events. In response to the 1988 Armenian earthquake, he founded the charitable organization Aznavour for Armenia, along with his longtime friend impresario Levon Sayan. In 2009, he was appointed ambassador of Armenia to Switzerland, as well as Armenia's permanent delegate to the United Nations at Geneva, Switzerland. He started his most recent tour in 2014. In August 2017, he was awarded the 2,618th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Later in 2017, he and his sister were awarded the Raoul Wallenberg Award for sheltering Jews during the Second World War. His last concert took place in NHK Hall in Tokyo, Japan on September the 17th, 2018. He was born in Paris, France as Shahnur Baghinag Aznavourian, and he died in Memoriam, France, of complications from pulmonary edema. He was married 3 times. First to Micheline Rugel from 1946 to 1952, then to Evelyn Plessis from 1956 to 1960, and finally to Ulla Tourcel from 1967 until his death in 2018. His first 2 marriages ended in divorce. He had 6 children, including Seda. His awards included Legion of Honor in 1997 and 2004, and many musical awards. He was born at the Clinique Tarnier at 89 Rue d'Assas in Saint-Germain-des-Prés, 6th arrondissement or district of Paris, into a family of artists living on the Rue Monsieur le Prince. His parents were Armenian immigrants Michael Aznavourian and Knar Bagdasaryan. Michael was born in Akhaltsikhe in Georgia, another Caucasus region country, and Knar was born in Smyrna, which is now called Izmir, on Turkey's western coast. His father sang in restaurants in France before establishing a Caucasian restaurant called Le Caucase. Charles's parents introduced him to performing at an early age, and he dropped out of school aged 9, taking the stage name Aznavour. During the Second World War, when from 1940 until 1944, Germany occupied a large portion of the mainland France. Aznavour and his family hid Jews and a number of people who were persecuted by the Nazis while Charles and his sister Ida were involved in rescue activities, according to a statement issued in 2017 by the Israeli president, Mr. Reuven Rivlin. At the age of 9, Mr. Aznavour had roles in a play called Un Petit Diable à Paris and a film entitled La Guerre des Gosses. In 1944, he and actor Pierre Roche began a partnership and in collaborative efforts performed in numerous nightclubs. During the early stages of his career, Aznavour sang the opening song for Edith Piaf, one of France's most famous 20th century singers who, however, passed away already in 1963 at the Moulin Rouge or Red Mill in Paris. In 1974, Mr. Aznavour became a major success in the United Kingdom when his song She was number 1 on the UK singles chart for 4 weeks during a 14-week run. His other well-known song in the UK was the 1973 song The Old-Fashioned Way, which was on the UK charts for 15 weeks. Artists who have recorded his songs and collaborated with Aznavour include Edith Piaf, Fred Astaire, Frank Sinatra, Andrea Bocelli, Bing Crosby, Ray Charles, Bob Dylan, Dusty Springfield, Liza Minnelli, Mia Martini, Elton John, Dalida, Serge Gainsbourg, Josh Groban, Petula Clark, Tom Jones, Shirley Bassey, Jose Carreras, Laura Pausini, Nana Muscuri, and Julio Iglesias. At the start of autumn 2006, Aznavour initiated his farewell tour, performing in the US and Canada and earning very positive reviews. He started 2007 with concerts all over Japan and Asia. At 94, 60 years on stage made him a little hard of hearing. Despite his very advanced age and failing health, he was still able to perform during 2017 and 2018 in Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Santiago, Buenos Aires, Moscow, Vienna, Perth, Sydney, Melbourne, Haiti, Tokyo, Osaka, Madrid, Milano, Rome, St. Petersburg, Paris, London, Amsterdam, Monaco, and finally in NHK Hall in Osaka, Japan. He appeared in over 80 films and TV movies. Since the 1988 Armenian earthquake, he helped the country through his charity, Aznavour for Armenia. In 1995, he was appointed an ambassador and permanent delegate of Armenia to UNESCO. In 2011, the Charles Aznavour Museum opened in Yerevan, Armenia. He wrote a song about the Armenian genocide that took place during the First World War, entitled Ils sont tombés, known in English as They Fell. He was increasingly involved in French, Armenian, and international politics as his career progressed. During the 2002 French presidential elections, when far-right nationalist Jean-Marie Le Pen of the National Front managed to advance to the second and decisive round of voting, facing the incumbent president Jacques Chirac, Aznavour signed the Vive la France, or Long Live France petition, calling on all French people to sing the Marseillaise, the French national anthem, in protest. Chirac, who was a personal friend of Aznavour, won the runoff with over 82% of the vote. Aznavour frequently campaigned for international copyright law reform. In May 2009, the French Senate approved one of the strictest internet anti-piracy bills ever with a landslide 189 to 14 vote. According to Aznavour, if the youth can't make a living through creative work, they will do something else and the artistic world will be dealt a blow. There will be no more songs, no more books, nothing at all. So we had to fight.